Hey detailers, podcast sponsor Joe here from Order Fiber Australia. As pro detailers, we are all about using the highest quality products for our customers when it comes to compounds, chemicals, and ceramic coatings. But what about microfiber? Are you using cheap towels that get used once and then tossed into the bin? You need to try out our amazing Order Fiber range of microfiber. Seriously, it is the best stuff going around. Use our exclusive podcast code 15DDUP and get 15% off when you purchase any of our premium Korean or Chinese made microfiber. We have a wide range of products that are tailor-made to last a long haul, so you get the best value for money and your customers will appreciate it. Go to orderfiber.com.au or find us on Instagram to make your purchase and check out our range. Now back to the podcast.
Welcome to the Detailing Down Under podcast, the place for everything auto detailing in Australia right now. Here's your host, Dale Guthrie.
G'day and welcome to the Detailing Down Under podcast. I'm your host, Dale Guthrie. Back again. So what are we up to? Episode 57. So yeah, moving up, which is good. So hope everyone's well and busy. So yeah, I'm straight back from Brisbane. So this one's sort of I didn't do too much recording up there obviously, but I did do this quick catch up with Yves from the Gyeon Ambassador. So yeah, I've been up to Brisbane over the weekend and sort of come back and been a good show up there. So yeah, they definitely know how to put on a show, and we touch on a little bit of that in this episode. So I know I recorded some things from the last one in 2022, but this one I didn't do any recording. I just wanted to catch up with Yves, and we only had a short time with the man, so yeah, only a little bit of a quick one, but it was pretty good. So yeah, all well and good to meet everyone up there. A lot of new incomers to the Gyeon installer program. So just like any coating company, they have their certified installer. So it's just a G meet that they do every sort of 18, 24 months, I believe. So yeah, always a good show. So yeah, day one was Thursday. So that was just a business conference day. So a lot of talk about products and all sorts, big Q&As and stuff, keynote speakers. We had a motivational speaker who was Eric Bailey. So yeah, if you look that guy up, he's pretty impressive. Great story, and yeah, he's very good at what he does. So shout out to him. And yeah, then what did we do Thursday night? Yeah, we had a sort of another large sort of gathering dinner. So that was really good. And then Friday, this was probably the biggest part I was looking forward to. So we all jumped on the bus early Friday morning. We took off out to Norwell Motorplex. So it's a sort of a driving coaching centre that Paul Morris runs, the ex-supercar driver. So yeah, a lot of good kids come out of that little place. So for driving, and a lot of top drivers in Australia and overseas go in there and get some driver coaching. So it's pretty cool. Always wanted to head out to that place and check it out. So yeah, we done a lot of sort of bits and pieces of driving throughout the day, all little sort of activities. So yeah, it was very impressive, and then done some hot laps with the pros at the end of the day. So yeah, done really well. They put on a good show out at Norwell, so shout out to them. So that was really good. So everyone loved that, so that was good. So but yeah, and then Friday night another dinner, and that's when everyone played up. So you're here with this one. Yves he had a late one. He had a later one than I did, that's for sure. So, but yeah, no, we thought we'd catch up. This is Saturday morning catch up. Audio's not the best. It's probably, yeah, it was noisy than what I thought. We went up to this area and I thought it'd be quite quiet, but yeah, it started to get busy and people were noisy. So, yeah, sorry about the audio. It does get better. But yeah, I'm normally pretty good with my audio, so I'm not sure what happened here today. But anyway, but yeah, Yves, if you don't know Yves, he is the global brand ambassador for Gyeon. Has been for quite some time. I did chat to him last time, but this one's a little bit more extended. And if you don't know what he does, check out his work. He is an actual detailer, and yeah, he only sort of does certain clients and stuff like that, which he'll explain. But yeah, go and check him out and see what he does. He literally, he's restoring his Porsche at the moment, and he literally is coating every nook and cranny of that thing. So very impressive, and there's a little bit of chat about what's going on in the industry, not just for Gyeon, but just the whole thing, and yeah, what they get up to, and so yeah, just we didn't get too much time with him, but it was good, better than nothing, and yeah, he's actually a good bloke, and yeah, so enjoy this one. Got another one already sorted for the following fortnight, so yeah, other than that, we have some other ones in the works as well, so working on them as we speak, so good things coming, so we'll keep going, and it was good to meet a few other guys. I know they're only just Gyeon installers, but yeah, a few boys there listened to the pod, which was good, so that was cool to have a chat to them, and yeah, talk everything else. So all right, we'll hook in. Enough from me. Enjoy this one, and yeah, probably turn it up a bit. But yeah, Yves speaks quite quietly, so that's probably a little bit of the other audio issue. But other than that, it's all good. Enjoy. Cheers. All right.
We're live.
We are live. So I got Yves. We're chilling in the Marriott this morning. So end of G Meet 2024. So I've caught up with Yves this morning and thought we'd sit down and have a quick chat. Post a big night last night. It's
a little bit thanks to my Aussie friends.
I think everyone enjoyed themselves, and yeah, so it's they do it pretty well, Gyeon, for an event, I reckon.
They did amazing. So the event, I think, was for me personally, it's great always to be in Australia, and yeah, my buddy Mike and the team, they did a great effort in organizing again great G-Meet. It's about bringing people together and educating them in the best possible way to grow not only Gyeon but also to grow their business.
Yeah, no, and to see the brand in Australia, how it's grown from when was the last one, 2022 we had it, and the amount of installers we got on board. It's not as big as the other brands, but I think that we're at a good number, I reckon, like you said.
Right. It's not about quantity, it's rather about quality.
Yep.
So it's one of the things that we strive for is to have quality in whatever we do, and it's better to have 60 or 70 good guys than to have 400 of which the majority is not sticking to you or is not loyal or is not delivering nice quality. So we try to choose wisely.
Yeah, no, and it does show from everyone that is there and how nice that people are as well. They're not, there's always the ego-driven people in our industry, as we say, but I think everyone's pretty on board and doesn't get above themselves.
Is a problem, but it is what it is. We have to deal with it. I think when I talked with a lot of the guys yesterday and the day before, every day is a school day for everybody. So the most important thing is that we can have the guys together and that everybody can learn from each other. So shouldn't be a competition. It should be something that when you grow your business, the other guy will benefit from it. So I'd rather have every installer doing 5,000 Australian dollar jobs and with a difference of 200-300, then everybody would benefit from that instead of I'm half cheaper or whatever. We talk too much about price and too little about value.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, we touched on a little bit of that. So yeah, we had. I probably won't go into it. I'll bring more into I'll talk about it in the intro. But yeah, we had a couple of good days here in Brisbane, so it was well enjoyed by everyone. So, just a bit about yourself. You've been with Gyeon. You've been with them for a very long time. Brand Ambassador.
Yeah, I started using the products, I think 2013 or 14, I don't know exactly. So when there was only like start of the actually putting some cars, which was a thing at that time. And then from then on we went like pretty quick in terms of how everything developed. For me, it started all at the first SEMA, which was I think 2017 or 15. I don't really. It was 2017. First SEMA. Or 20. I'm getting old. 16, yeah. So that's where everything took off for me as a Gyeon guy in terms of officially being to have a lot of involvement with the brand.
Yeah. How was the process of being recruited as that? Like, did they see what your work is? And
yeah, it's a bit like a lot of things in life, coincidence.
Yeah.
But my friend, who's the distributor of Gyeon in Belgium, I was a frequent visitor of the shop, and we talked a lot tech stuff and tried out stuff, and we got along pretty well, pretty quick, and it appeared to be we've met in the life before again with cars. So when I came to SEMA, I met the team and I met the people behind the brand, and that's where they asked me, would you be interested of doing more and being, and this is how things roll. It's again, we are a brand about people and about connecting people, and when things are it's like in a marriage, you know, it's a give and take thing, but it's also it clicks, it fits, or it doesn't, you know. And with Gyeon and with the whole philosophy and the brand, it's strange to say, but it's like, or it was meant to be, or it's a coincidence, but it's everything together.
Yeah, and I think it shows with their products, how they design their products and the look and all the meetings we have, and just the lifestyle of it.
Yeah, I mean, this is a massive team effort. This is not, I mean, I don't make the products look good. This is I try to fine tune, or I'm not a chemist, but when samples are sent to me to try out, and the feedback and the things, this is all a teamwork. It's not only me, but one of the mottos is that we want to use as car guys. We want to use the products by ourselves. If you're not satisfied with it, we're not gonna release it. That's one of the main things.
Yeah. No, they have a pretty good range of products too, and quite diverse, and it's ever evolving too. From where we've come from to where we are now with the amount you have. Yeah. So
we are quite, what we say in presentations, we're quite a changing brand, because you can't, standing still is going back. So you need to make things or improve or better, but standing still is going back. Yeah. That's why the lineup that we did now, the redefined lineup, is not always a completely new product. It's to make the existing product where we can, and if we cannot for the moment because of different variables, we don't. But if we can improve it, we try to improve it.
Because part of your role, the amount of flying you do around the world, do you see what other brands do and then sort of maybe not try and copy that, but get ideas from things that are missing in the industry? Not really.
We actually don't inside the company don't like to talk, especially in public, about other brands, because I think you have to start from what you think is the right way to go.
Yeah.
Of course, you have to see what people are using, what the complaints are, what people like and don't like, but you also have to be aware of all the regulations, because when you're in 90 plus countries, people ask me, why don't you make this and this, which is this stronger or this? But do you have any idea how we have to ship this and how you have to regulate this? And we have Australia, we have California, I just had a conversation with Mike about regulations, and it's not so easy as people think. And it should not be their concern, but that's one of the reasons why sometimes products cannot be what they could potentially be because of restrictions.
Yeah, we've heard that before on the pod about products and stuff and coatings, even in Australia, and so no, that's interesting. So you actually do, when you're not the ambassador for Gyeon, you actually do detailing at home, don't you?
I try to find some time left to do that. privileged by having amazing customers and people that find me to do a car. I'm also privileged by the fact that I can be a bit more picky in terms of, or I say I can't do it, or they have to wait, or whatever. But I'm not, as I said in meetings, I'm not an example of maybe an example of quality work, but not an example of volume business.
Yes, that's right.
I really want to do things from when I started with a long time ago, even with bikes and motorbikes. Details are, the word detailing sometimes now is being a bit misinterpreted, in my honest opinion.
Yep.
And it's also the customers that they say, a lot of people say, yeah, customers don't want to pay, but do you offer? Yeah, you can't sell what you don't have or what you don't offer. And then, yeah, everything is appreciated. So you have different brands of watches, expensive, non-expensive. It's up where you want to get your customers, and everybody in the end has the customers they deserve. So it's a bit natural selection.
Yep. And I think from your, your Porsche that you're restoring, or what would you say? What would you call that build?
The insanity build, the OCD build, probably.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have some friends in the industry. Also a friend that works at Singer, and I really like to go into every single detail of building things, whatever that would be. And this is a bit my happy place. When I find the time for 2-3 hours, I can spend 1 hour on disassembling brake caliper and putting it back together. 3 weeks later, because I find another hour, and that's why the build takes so long. Yeah. But I don't want to compromise on, it's gonna be finished. Everyone say, when it's gonna be finished. 2 years ago, when are you gonna drive a car? It's gonna be finished when it's gonna be finished. Yeah. So the goal was last year. I didn't make it. I was a bit pissed, but I said, fuck it. Sorry, pardon my French. But,
no, you're right.
Fuck it. It's gonna be ready when it's ready. So if it takes another 6 months, it's gonna take another 6 months. The joy of building it and doing it myself and having help of a good friend and having a great guy for my upholstery, and I want to have it properly dialed in, and that's kind of my hobby next to what I do. So
yeah. And if you don't follow Yves, see his work online, like it's ridiculous. Like you throw that term out, that detail, and your detail is next level compared to what.
There are other great guys there as well, but I try to find the time and I think the passion to do it. Like do it once, do it right.
And like coding, just so many intricate pieces. Like it's
while it's off and out. I mean I think when you're there, you better code everything with the recording product that's gonna help you for the future, like we do on the cars outside. But it will help me on cleaning my heat shields on the brakes, or my undercarriage, or my wheel arches, or my oil catch tank, which has Gyeon PPF on it, because when it gets hit by stone chips while it's out, I better PPF it. So all the way.
Yeah, some of the stuff you do, it's crazy. So not that I follow too many people, but seeing your work it's insane. So it's
thank you. Yeah. My wife doesn't think the same.
I'd tell mine. I said, you don't understand. You don't.
No. If my Porsche friend says, if I have to explain, you wouldn't understand.
Yeah. So. No, that's good. So when you are doing your own cars and using the products, would that help you as well to say we could refine this better, or just from using it yourself?
It gave me a lot of input of what sometimes gives different effects, and not on only application, but the Porsche is one example, but also the traveling. The traveling during the years gave me a lot of insight in where products in different climates react or are different or last longer, or people who know me now or have seen me quite some time, and people ask me, yeah, how long does this last? Or how, we had a discussion yesterday as a joke when we had some beers. What's the durability of? So we had a big laugh at it yesterday because I said the first guy who's going to ask me again about durability. It all depends on where you drive, how you maintain it. There are amazing products that we have, amazing products that can last very long. And when we do tests, and when we do chemical tests, I'm convinced that it's durable enough to put on everybody's car. But yeah, if you don't take care of things, if you're sitting in your sofa all the time with your shoes, the fabric or the leather is going to wear quicker than if you are careful. And it's the same thing with cars. If you don't do oil changes on your GT3, the engine is not going to be, So you need to maintain. And then you have environmental impacts. I was last week in Dubai when a black car sits outside. Now for 15 minutes, the black bonnet is 100 Celsius. So that's not going to be the same impact as somewhere where it's 12 degrees Celsius. And then installation, and a lot of people, again, I'm going to repeat it, a lot of people cut corners in preparation. So if you're failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail.
Yeah, no, that was a great one the other day when you mentioned that. So products wise, so how do you see the industry evolving any further into products? Like how much better can they be, and where do you see probably the industry heading in the next 5 years maybe?
It's very hard. It's a very young industry. The thing that I can say is that what we try to strive for is the fact that we want to make products that are performing and that are easy to use. It makes no sense to have a 20% or 15% stronger coating or whatever when it's a pain in the ass to install, and from the 10 installs you have 7 failures or whatever, or you're busting your ass off to get it off the paint. So for us, the development lies a lot in the balance between durability, easy of install, great looks, and water repellency. But making a product or making a wheel cleaner that cleans your wheels quicker than what we have now is super easy. The question is how many times before your clear coat gives up.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's why, like people say about me with Gyeon, like I've been with them since day dot and stuck with them. It's for the ease of application.
Yeah.
And products do what they say they do.
Yeah.
So.
Same with now the iron and the iron wheel cleaner that the products that we do redefined. It's like trying to improve, making it more clingy, like the smell out of iron. Small things that sometimes make a very nice or have a really good impact in general user experience.
Yeah, no, that's a big one. So what's on for the rest of the week? You're heading off to Japan tomorrow, I believe.
I'm gonna take some pills against headache this afternoon, and then I'm gonna get packed, have some lunch. Some chats with my buddy Mike, and I'm early bed morning. I fly to Japan, and we do G-Meet in Japan with another great friend. This is something that's within our network, so amazing that we have a great bunch of guys that are taking care of distribution, getting people together. So I'm off to Japan to Mr. Nishikawa, and from there on I fly back, and then I think my wife's gonna ask me to stay at home a little bit because after July there is still a lot of traveling to do. We are coming up in September with the big official Gyeon days, which we will be held before Automechanica, and we will exposing at Automechanica as well. So everybody who is in Europe or listening or whatever, stop by the booth in Automechanica. We will have a cool and amazing booth. And then we are probably end of the year. I still have to do some Thailand and Philippine stuff, so quite some challenges ahead.
How's the rest of the sort of the Gyeon family? How's that progressing internationally? Like you've obviously seen Australia and how big we've grown. Is it sort of very similar?
Yeah, we are still growing everywhere. We are growing in USA. We are growing. I mean, we learned a lot during COVID. What people do with products, especially the potential growth that's still there. It's, as I said, it's a very young industry, and traveling the world gives me insights of what the perception of a brand, or the perception of how well known a brand is or not well known. And we still have a lot of potential everywhere, from reseller level to distributor level to whatever. But we have let's say a very good core from the last, like, let's say 10 years of building up a great network. So all the partners we are working with are steady and loyal, and that's really important for us.
Yeah. No. How do you find like Auto Technica, and I know we talked about the other night about SEMA and stuff. How does that work for the brand? Is that good exposure for you to get out and about?
Automechanica is like Europe-based. It's really big. It's actually, I think it's sized now. Maybe after COVID, it was downsized a little bit, but I think it's bigger. It's a bigger trade show than SEMA. SEMA is a must-be for American market, but it's a B2B business. Automechanica is B2B, B2C, so everybody can hop in and see. So we are focusing there now for a whole week. We have a great network in USA. I don't know what the future is going to bring for SEMA, but for now we are focusing on Automechanica this year.
Yeah. Oh, well, we'll wrap it up. So it was just a bit of a quick one today, but it was something I'd always wanted to have a bit more of a chat to you about everything. And I remember last time, and I think I explained to I'm 100% sure it was you, like how you detail, you only have room for one car only.
Yeah.
And your polisher still looks like the day you bought it or something.
Yeah, because it's my tool. It's something that I mean, everybody has a different approach, but my idea about detailing was to have a car, a kind of spa for a car, one at a time, and pay the attention at one at a time. And your tools are the things that bring you money. It's the same like when you see people's computers, desktops. When you open the computer, sometimes I'm like, what's on your fucking desktop, mate? How do you find what you need? You know, I can tell you. You go into my studio, you take the right drawer on top left, and there's the screwdriver, and that's there. It's just organization. It's in everything. It's be clean. Show me how you work, and I'll show you what your result is. Like it reflects what you stand for.
Yeah. No, that's always stuck with me, and I'm like, I'm 100% sure he said that last time to me, and it's always
clean the cables. I mean, when I see polishers of guys after it's an expensive tool, and when I see it after 1 week, I'm like, man, that's a waste of, you know. And it doesn't cost a lot of money to wind your cable and to just wipe it down. And, but everybody to his own, but that's how I do it.
Yeah, no, it's good. One more bit about the cordless world. Are you on board with that?
Yeah, but I'm not a big fan for the moment. Yes, I am, but I use I use Merca polishers.
Yeah, they're unbelievable.
Yeah, they're expensive, but
yes,
you get what you pay for. But
exactly.
There is no competition when it comes to that quality of polishing. And I mean in small sizes. In the big sizes, I do think a cord is for me mandatory in terms of mobile guys are very good with cordless, but in terms of performance, there is still with battery, heat management. The new Rupes machines are very balanced, but let's see what the battery technology brings in the future. For me, it's a bit too early to. I don't mind to have a cord and have the power all the time. You know, it's convenient in some cases, but as a main machine all the time, I don't know if this is already the right moment to. This is again my personal opinion.
Yeah. No, that's good. No, we've been asking a bit of that on the pod, so people's thoughts, and they have their place like anything. So I think, the future looks bright for that sort of thing. So, All right, we'll wrap it up, Yves. So thanks heaps for your time. And
my pleasure. Thank you for having me. I hope you enjoyed the whole session as well, and had some fun at the track. And it's always nice to be back in Australia.
Yeah, Australia, mate.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Welcome.
That was another episode of the Detailing Down Under podcast. Subscribe now for everything auto detailing in Australia.